Okay, I'm back. Now what I've done now is I've laid the stretch lace across. Hold on. Let's pan down a little bit. I've laid the stretch lace across. Now this is my mold for my head, and my crown is not here. Like, my crown is not here. I like to place my crown right here at the top. So this is my crown, and I like for my lace to come more in the back as opposed to across like this. It just, the shape of my head, I just have a better fit that way. And so I guess that's why I make my own wigs. So I laid the lace, and I put just a couple of, this is just the stretch lace right here. And I cut out a piece from ear to ear. I found where my crown was, and normally you would just pin it down. If you need more pins, you put more pins, but for myself, since I've done it so many times, I just have a pin in each key point just to hold it for me. And now I've started to lay the base lace, and this is the base lace. And the base lace, when you're laying the base lace, okay, this is a full piece right here. I haven't cut it yet. When you're laying the base lace, you want to make sure that at the top, when you lay it, you want to make sure that there's enough coming over this here. Let's see. We can get down some more. Okay, you want to make sure that there's enough lace coming over the top of your stretch lace, because that has to be sewn down. Okay, but you also want to make sure that that it's taut, like it's smooth across the forehead. Okay, you want to make sure that's nice and smooth. And don't worry about this sticking up, because we're going to put darts in there. But you want to make sure that this is smooth going across here from ear and this is the ear, and I let a little bit hang over, because again, when I put the back piece on, we have to have enough lace for it to attach to. Okay, so from ear to ear, and I put a couple of pins down there just to hold it. Now normally, as you're starting out, you would be putting pins, enough pins to keep your lace taut across the forehead so that it's not loose. You don't want to stretch it, but you definitely want it taut. But like I said again, since I've done it many times, I'm just eyeballing it right now, and this is good enough for me. Okay, so then what I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure that this area is nice and taut. So maybe I can do it on facing the camera so you can see. Okay, so it's nice and taut. So I'm going to stand up. Okay, and then I'm going to put pins. I'll stick one in the middle. Okay. And then I'm just going to go around. Since I know I have this nice and taut, I'm just going to go around and stick the pins in. And I'm sticking them up a little bit high because I'm leaving room for myself so when I cut the lace. And I want to make sure this is taut. Again, there's going to be darts up in here. So now that I have this pin here, I'm going to just run my finger down, and I'm going to put a pin right there. Still making sure this is nice and taut and pulling this up. And here where I have this pin sticking out, I'm just going to push that in so I can have room to move. Okay, and I'm still making sure it's nice and taut. So placing the pins. I'm going to check my time. And I'm using the white ball pins for this. This is perfect for this for me because I can see them and they're easy to pull in and out without hurting my fingers. Okay, so I have, oops, let's do this side. And you want to try to do this to minimize when you're laying down your lace. You want to make sure or try to at least do it so that you're not wasting a whole lot of your lace because this stuff is expensive. Okay, so I have that laid down nice and flat. Okay, looks like this side can come down a little bit more, so I'm going to remove, I'm going to make this here a little taut and smooth. And I'm going to put a pin here to hold it. Okay, then I'm going to remove a pin down here so that I can smooth this out, because you see what this is, and you probably can't see with the light, but I have like a little wrinkle right in here. So I'm going to remove some of these pins so I can smooth that out. One of the little white heads just came off my pen, and I don't have my needle nose pliers here, so I'm using an old pair of tweezers to pull it out. You see that needle? The little white head came off. So let's try to get that smooth. And while I'm doing this, I'm still watching my venting holes because I want to make sure that they're falling straight down and to the side. If they weren't, then I would readjust my lace. For some reason, for me, when I'm venting them, the hair just seems to have a better flow if you vent your hair in the direction that it actually would grow from your head. And I'm going to do this right here, and then I'm going to stop the video because I think my 10 minutes are up. And I'll restart again for part 5.